Okay guys, I'm doing the Scabbard build. I've gotten a lot of the leather cut. There's a lot of different pieces for this, so there's going to be a lot of cutting of leather. I had talked about how I was going to do rabbit fur on the top. So like the mock-up up by the hilt is going to have a rabbit wrap. So it's going to kind of look like this. But I got two different rabbit furs. I got a lighter one. And then I got this darker one, and I don't know, I kind of wanted to get a little bit of contrast, so the eyes got a lot to look at, but not too much an over contrast. So I decided to go with this fur. Is the fur I went with. I think that's going to be nice. It's going to give a nice even blend to everything too, where I think the fur for the dark fur, I think the fact that it's fur and it's dark, it's going to get lost in the overall product and look. So I kind of wanted that rabbit fur to contrast somewhat, to stick out. That was my opinion. So what I've done is I've gone through and I made my cuts on there. And here's the start of it. And I cut out a rough cut to semi the size of what I wanted to do. Now I had some scrap leather, so I just glued it onto there. This was 4 to 5 ounce leather there. So I had scrap leather. I contact cemented it on, and then so I got those two pieces, and I did a little bit long, and so that's why I did that. So otherwise, this is kind of, you know, with the mock-up, what it's going to kind of look like. It's going to kind of be like that. Now, I pre-cut that, but I was going to cut up this leather and kind of show you how I do this. And this is what I've learned so far. Let me just kind of roll this up real quick and get this going so that I don't have to worry about all the fur, and keeps my bench kind of cleaned up. That's the other thing I know. Keeping a clean bench is kind of important. Now, so I've cut it a little bit long, so I want to get it, and I've already stropped the, I really like the round knife. I have a regular just utility knife, and it works, but sometimes on things like this I find it stretches the leather as I'm trying to pull it across and cut it, where on the round knife, and I got this edge to follow, I come up and I can just go like this, and then and done. It doesn't stretch it out. It's a push down motion, and I think that comes out pretty good. So that's the edge I just cut. I'll go through and really trim that up smooth. Actually, that is really nice, cut smooth. But that's how I'm just going to do it through the whole process. That was my idea. I kind of want to get the fur, though, towards the center as I cut it, so I don't have some areas where the fur is going to be really short because of the way it was cut. So I'm going to try my best to do that. So I got that going pretty good, and I'm really liking this, because if I was using my utility knife, I'd have to push down and cut, and that's going to stretch, and being that it's glued and that's the exact size of the piece I want, it's going to pull on that, and I didn't want to pull on it. So let's get the fur all going. Well, that fur's already that way, so So that's coming out pretty good. Let's clean up some of this edge here a little bit. Now these scraps I'm definitely going to keep. I can do a couple of things with it. I always try to keep my scrap as much as possible. I have like a little garbage bin that I put like scraps in. But you never know when this stuff comes in handy. You can use this like punching a hole and you're going to tie two pieces together or something like that. So I always kind of keep your scraps around. Before I throw any of the leather that I put in here away, I'm going to go through it and look. Because I might be able to use that scrap for something. I was kind of thinking about making a little cat toy or something with those. So my next edge is going to be there. So the hair lays flat that way, so this is going to be kind of a tougher cut. I think what I'm going to do, my idea is kind of go like this. So then we're going to hold that in. There we go. And we're going to just cut. That came out pretty nice. I'm liking the way that looks so far. Maybe because of the way it lays, maybe it would have been wiser, since the hair is going across this way, to have it so the hair actually went down this way. Because when it actually sits on the sheath, like this, and then these points, which are these, so what this is going to sit down here. So that's pretty much the whole idea I have. And even though it's going to wrap up, so this edge is going to disappear and be tan dark and stuff like that, I think maybe next time make it so the hair goes this way. Would probably be the better bet, is what I think that might look, but we'll see how that looks out. I mean, first build, so the first build you always learn the most. That's how I figured it out. So we'll go with that. We'll get this other one cut up, but I'm just kind of showing you how I cut leather. Like I said, I really love this this round knife. I got a special through Tandy on it because they were having a Christmas special and they dropped it from $65 to $30. So I jumped all over that. I made sure I jumped all over that because that was a good price. So let's get this one going. Now on this, I thought I was away from it enough, but I don't know if you guys can see. There's kind of a bald spot in there. The rabbit must have had a weird itch or something because it's kind of like a scar. So I tried to move it over. I thought I was, when I cut it out of the actual big piece of fur, I was over far enough, but I'm not. I'm going to actually get that into my piece, but I think I can fix that. One thing about leather working I've learned is that no matter how well you are at leather working, there's always going to be mistakes. There's going to be flaws, but you try to diminish what that comes out to be. So we'll get this cut and see how this all goes. And that cuts up really nice. Kind of got the hair matted there with some glue, but that'll fix up. There we go. So that's how it's coming out so far. We'll get this laying nice and flat. Alright, so that's how that's coming out. And then I'll show a final showing it after I get this cut out. I want to get this all nice and flat. So then, as you can tell, what I've done is the edge of that 4 to 5 ounce is what I used actually for the cutting edge to just shore all that up. And then, you know, I'm just going to use this piece as my example piece, but there you go. So that's what it's going to be like. Obviously there's going to be the dark brown tan to it, and then there's going to be the antiquing gel, and then I'll have on the outside, on the grain side, I'm going to do my swivel knifing, and that's where I'm going to do the carving and get the different things carved in. I'm definitely going to do the logo for WOW. It's going to be the Horde insignia. Then below that, I'm going to do the dragon ampersand for D&D, and then I'm either going to do a compass rune or the compass rune, Veg Iris. I'm having a problem talking with it right now. The compass rune, Veg Viris, will be in here, and then I'm going to do my name in runic, and I think that'll even it out, because with this piece at the bottom here, it's going to, my working surface for what I can cut is only on this part, so that kind of gives you an idea. You know, I got some real estate there, but not a lot. I gotta watch my widths, and I gotta print out the everything so that I can tool it all in and stuff like that. That's what I got, and then like that. So that gives you an idea of where I'm at on this build. I'm going to talk about other things in detail, because there's things I need to remind myself of. Then there's something that's been frustrating me a lot with the build, but I'm going to talk about that coming up on when I actually go through how this is all going to get laced in and stuff like that. I got a cool idea with the lacing that I kind of want to share with myself, so that in future builds I can look back at this one, see what I did, and make any changes. It's going to look really cool, or that. But I have each side marked out. I have my pieces done in. That gives you, I guess, pull it back. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see what I can see in the camera. But that will give you pretty much the whole idea of what this is going to look like. And then actually placed on the sword. So that's pretty much the whole thing. I'm going to throw my glasses on just so I can see that I got that in frame and stuff. Whoa, actually I'm way off. Here we go. So that's it. I've done other things that I definitely need to point out and bring up, so my later builds, when I come back and watch these builds on how well I'm doing or what I want to change, I can definitely keep that as a reminder. I like this. I think the biggest reminder though is to make sure that when the hair lies, it should lay flat with the blade going this way. Right now it's laying this way. Didn't even think about that, but you know, that's a different story. I'll probably trim up some of this hair a little bit just so it's a little nicer. The way it hangs over that edge, but that edge it doesn't. I think a lot of that's going to get hidden in the stitching though. But this will be a good reminder of how I want it to be and how I want it to look, and keep me on track and on goal. This is that build. Thanks for watching this series. I don't know what part I'm going to make this part, so whatever part this is, thanks for watching the series of the actual Scabbard build. I'm glad I got the Mac up for reference too. That was a good thing to make that. Alright guys, if you like what I'm doing and stuff, please like the video, like it on Facebook if you see it on Facebook, like it in YouTube, or even subscribe to my videos. I've been having comments, but they've been coming outside because most people know me, so and I'm really liking those comments. A lot of people have put a lot of input to that, and it's helped me out a lot. Thanks guys. So here's so far what I've got is to show. Have a good day now.